Hi everyone, let's work on this final review for semester 2. So first question we have is from chapter 5, rational exponents and radical functions. We have here is 9 to the power 5 over 2. So 2 on the bottom means that it is a square root. So right here is as a square root of 9, and the top 5 is a power, so power is 5. Square root of 9 is 3, and to the power 3 to the power 5 is 243. Next we have a parent function is a square root x. You have first transformation reflected over the x-axis, which means negative in the front, and second you have vertical stretch by 3, so you multiply in the front 3, and you have here is plus 1 inside the function because it's the left one, so plus 1 inside the function. The answer is C. Next we have question number 3, where you have a radical symbol x plus 72 equals x. Here you take square on both sides, so x plus 72 equals x square. Minus x and 72 on both sides, you get this quadratic equation. Find the factor, multiply it to be negative 72 and add these two to be negative x. So x minus 9, x plus 8 are the factors. When you put them equal to 0 one by one and plus 9 on both sides to get 9, minus 8 on both sides to get x value as negative 8. Inverse function. Next we have inverse function. Step number 1, set the fx equals y. Step number 2, switch x and y and solve for y. So divide with 2, we got y cube, and take cube root on both sides. You got y equals cube root of x plus x over 2. Next we have 10 to the power 6 over 4 to the power 6 to the power negative 1 over 6. To change the negative power, we switch the inside and it become positive exponent. So you flip the inside and it become positive exponent. Now take this 6 power outside of the bracket and it becomes 6 times 1 over 6. 6 and 6 cancel. 4 over 10 when you reduce become 2 over 5. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of r squared is r. And this s, change this s to the power 3 as s squared and s, which means square root of s squared is s, and this s remain inside of the radical symbol. Next we have here is 5y. Change this y cube as y square and y. Square root of y square is y outside of the radical symbol, and one of the y remain inside. Now square root of 9 is 3, and then change this y to the power 5 as y to the power 4, y to the power 5 as y to the power 4, and y. Square root of y to the power 4 is y square, and this y remain inside. When you have same or like terms, you add this 24 with 5, you get 29 y square, square root of y. For the question number 8, you take square on both sides. This 1 over 2 means square root. Take square on both sides, square root and square cancel. 2x plus 15 is equal to x square. Minus 2x and minus 15 on both sides, you got this equation, quadratic equation. Factor this. When multiply the two numbers, we should be getting negative 15. When we add these two numbers, we should be getting -2. The factor are x minus 5, x plus 3 equal to 0. Put them equal to 0 one by one. Plus 5, you got x equals 5. -3, so you got x equals -3, which is the choice C. Next we have find the inverse. To find the inverse, set the fx equals y. Now we have a power 1 over 4. To get rid of the power 1 over 4, we multiply its opposite power, which is 4. Take power 4 on both sides. You got x to the power 4 equals y minus 2. Plus 2 on both sides. You got y equals x to the power 4 plus 2. Remember to write it in another function. So if fx is the function, you can use gx. So gx equals x to the power 4 plus 2. For the next question, take this 5x minus 14 to the other side. If they are already to the other side, take square on both sides to get rid of the square root. And then solve for x by subtracting 2x on both sides and adding 14 on both sides. You got 3x equals 24. Divide with 3, you got x equals 8. Next is rationalizing the denominator. So take the conjugate of 6 plus square root 7. So change the inside sign as negative, become the conjugate. Multiply it top and bottom. 8 times 6 minus square root 7. Here we have a plus b, a minus b, which is a square minus b square. A square is 36 minus 49. You got -13. Take the negative to the top expression. So you got -8 times 6 is -48. -8 times -7 square root is positive 8 square root 7. To solve for this radical symbol, which is a cube root of x, you add 5 on both sides and then divide with 2. Cube root of x is greater than 1. Take cube on both sides, you got cube root and cube cancel. X is greater than 1 is your answer. Next is solving for x, which is a square root of x plus 3 plus 7 on both sides. You got square root of x plus 3 equals 6. Take square on both sides. This square and square root cancel. We got x plus 3 equals 36. Minus 3 on both sides. X equals 33. When it said check the solution, you get the x value and plug it in for x in the given equation. And you got the answer, which is true. Next is a graphing for the parent function, which is a cube root of x. The parent function for cube root of x is from center. The next point is 1, 1. And it goes to the both direction forever. So which means that is going to go to the -infinity, comma -infinity, and here is going to +infinity, comma +infinity. It's an odd index because it has 3, which is a cube root. -4 means right 4, -3 outside means down 3. 2 outside means it's a vertical stretch by 2. For their domain and range, it is -infinity from left to right. For range, up and down is going up forever and is going down forever. So it's -infinity to infinity as well. Next question is exponential and logarithms. To find the inverse, you set y equals fx, switch x and y. So this becomes y becomes x becomes y, and change that to logarithm after dividing 2 on both sides. 3 to the power x over 2 equals y, and Change the 1 over 2 as 0.5x. This is your answer. Letter C. Describe the transformation. Plus 3 with the x means left 3. Outside negative 8 means down 8. Chapter 6. Expand logarithm, natural log ln 3xy. Apply the formula for log m times n equals log m plus log n, and here we have 3 as well, so log 3 plus log x plus log y, and that is your answer. Next we have condense. Whenever you see the number in the front, move that as an exponent as x to the power 5. 2, move it as 4 to the power 2. Log m minus log n is log m over n. So log m over n equals log m minus log n. So change from here to here, it becomes x to the power 5 over 4 to the power 2, which is 16. Next question is change exponent to log. So base stays the same. So base, which is 3, stays the base as for log. The exponent is the answer for logarithm. So this becomes to the equal sign. So log base 3 9 equals 2. Change log to exponent. Base stays the same. This is a power. So it becomes as a power equals 2. To evaluate the expression 1 over 3 to the power x equals 27, you can change that equal to x. So power is x equal 27. Change that to the top, it becomes 3 to the power negative 1 on the top, and 3 to the power negative x equals change 27 as 3 to the power 3. So negative x equals 3, which means x equals negative 3. So the answer should be for this one is letter A. Change 64 as 8 to the power 2. This 1 over 8 as 8 to the power negative 1. Base same, powers are equal to each other, so 2 times 3 is 6x minus 2 equals negative 8x plus 5. Add 2 on both sides, add 8x on both sides, you got x equals 1 over 2. Now 2 to the power 4x plus 1, change 8 as 2 to the power 3. Base are same, powers are equal to each other, so 4x plus 1 equals 3x plus 15. When you subtract 3x on both sides and subtract 1 on both sides, you got x equals 14. Change log m plus log n as log m times n. So this becomes 2x squared minus 4x. Log of base 4 equals 2. So base stays the same. This is a power. 4 to the power 2 equals this expression. Subtract 4 to the power 2, or in other words 16 on both sides. Take the GCF out as 2. You got quadratic equation x squared minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Factor that, multiply it to be negative 8, add to be negative 2, so x minus 4, x plus 2 equals 0. You got the x equals 4 and x equals negative 2 answer. 2 to the power x is exponential function which rise from left to right. Where we have 2 to the power x, the y-intercept for this one is going to be always 0, 1, and one of the point is 1, b, where b to the power x is the exponential function. So here we have b as 2, so we have a point as 1 comma 2 because we have 2 to the power x. So this is going to be 1 comma 2, this is 0 comma 1. Now this function, which is 2 to the power x, move down 3 unit and left 4 unit. So what we have here is we move this graph down to 3 unit, and now we are going to move it 1 2 3 4. So this is going to be our center point, and follow the same for each point. This is going to be the next point, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, and that is this point. Come here, same thing, this point, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. So this is the point here. So now our point are there, and we make a graph, and this one is the graph 2x, that is 2x plus 4 minus 3. Next, continue with logarithm, chapter 6. To solve for log a2, which we cannot solve because this has a base a. We cannot use the calculator because calculators are designed that only solve with the base 10 problems. If this is a base a, you will get the help of the givens on the top. But we are not given with log 2. We are given with log 3 and log 6. Their values are given. So we want to make the change for 2 and change it to as 6 over 3. So log a6 minus log a3. This is a quotient property, which is log m over n is log m minus n. Now we have log a6, and this value of log 6 is given as 0.74 minus log a3, its value is given as 0.45, and subtract them to get the answer. Log 18 is also not given here, but we can change 18 as 6 times 3 and apply the product property, log 6 plus log 3, log m plus log n, log 6 given as 0.74, log 3 is given as 0.45, so answer is 1.19. Change this log 9 as 3 to the power 2. Move the 2 in the front by the property of power property. We can write here power property. As I already wrote the quotient property, but I didn't write the power property yet. That means that log 2 times log a3. Log a3 is given as 0.45. Multiply with 2 to get the answer.